Dude.
Okay, I gotta complain. I got some of the Bang seltzers. They ain't no fucking caffeine in them. What is the point,
Do you
even?
put why would you put caffeine in alcohol?
John, have you heard of Four Locos?
I've had a Four Loko, of course I've heard of it.
There's caffeine in it. An unhealthy amount of caffeine and
Why would
alcohol.
does
I
it
was
get you
say
drunk
you know
faster?
that John knows what Four Locos are. You were there.
Oh yeah, those are when they neutered Four Locos too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the spade Four Locos.
If it was a Dungeons and Dragons like item rarity, that would have been an uncommon Four Loko.
Bob Barker had his way with those Four Locos.
Oh.
All right, well, that's a great way to open stream, you guys. I love it.
Welcome to the stream, everybody.
All right, John, would you mind catching us up from a couple weeks ago when we ended
Sure.
our last meeting?
So last time you guys had met, you had gone out into the swamps for the first time, and you had met a Three Green Hunter that you had not really like learned his name or anything like that, but that's okay. You made a deal that said, "Hey, these water cultists had come through and kidnapped my people, and they slaughtered more of them. If you could help me track them down, I'll help you, get into the place where they're probably hiding, secretly." So you guys followed him and went through this underground waterway to the bottom of Marsh Deep Keep, coming out into the sort of the waterways that led into the ancient water temple. There you confronted Gar Shattershield, and his druids that were kind of led astray by these fellow cultists. You would notice that there was kind of a fracture in their faith or their alignment, and you guys took advantage of that. And not only won the druids over to your side, but you had them, start to attack the cultists that had led them here under false pretenses. You guys had started to go down the hallway to pursue one of the cultists, but you guys ran into some screamer beetles, some swarms of screamer beetles that the druids had placed in the hallway. After they had been calmed down, you guys had dragged back the one cult survivor, where he said that he was more or less... They were more or less sent out by their leader to, deceive the water cultists to bring their leader here because they needed his power. They needed the power of a powerful caster or an archdruid. So Gar, kind of seeing that he got used, had given Jesse leadership of the water tribe of druids, and had given him the enchanted trident drown. And I believe that's where we ended.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So here you are, kind of in the bottom of this water temple. The Skull Crushers here, kind of milling about, making sure the place is secure. Varaka standing over here with them, kind of like they're kind of having their own little conversation about what's next. They are also keeping an eye on this cultist number 5 down here, who's been, his hands are tied behind his back. He's been subdued. The druids and your other fellow priestess over here, Jesse, are kind of helping Gar, sit down. He was wounded in the battle, so they're kind of healing him. But you do have a door closed next to you, Jeremy. You can't hear anything past it, but you do know that there's supposed to be another group of cultists through that door and down the hallway.
Well, didn't we were already...
Beetles down there too.
I was gonna say, we already went down the hallway, we just didn't go up the stairs.
The Screamer Beetles have been subdued by the Druid. They said that if you want to go through the hallway without alerting them, just to have them go with you. Also, real quick, let's do our little social initiative that we always do when we play online.
You know what? I'll take the one on the social initiative too, just because I'd like to see how things go first.
Okay. Check my chat. Snafu with an 8.
Get it?
Jared
Snafu.
taking the 1.
8.
11. Jesse with a 5. Micah, what'd you get for your social initiative?
3.
3. Okay. So yeah, we'll start with you, Jeremy. There is no sound from beyond the door. You do sort of hear the remainder of the beetles. Like they can be heard from like a mile, like not a mile away, but a ways away. Kind of when they swarm, they tend to build up this sort of like crackling sound as all their wings kind of flutter in the wind. You ever heard like a large winged insect? It's like that droning sound.
Hate that.
But otherwise, you stand in this chamber. You see that to the east is the statue, kind of worn away, of whatever water spirit used to be the sort of the patron of this water node. And then to the west, you see what looks to be a reflecting pond and a series of seats, kind of all pointed at this. It's like sort of recessed into the floor. And there's a pool of like crystal blue water, just like placid, no waves, no shit, no movement in the water whatsoever.
Feeling kind of thirsty, John.
Do you want to take a drink of the reflecting water?
I'll go take a peek at it at first.
Okay, give me a perception check.
It'll be what is it? 7.
7. It looks really like clear blue. It's probably the cleanest water you've seen in like pretty much anywhere in a long time.
Are there any markings or any like runes on this little thing with like the pedestal it's on?
You need an investigation.
Ooh, that's a 17.
You do see that there's a series of runes around the outside of the pool that have been carved into the stone itself, and it makes a sort of ring of magical like writing around this pool.
Do I know the language or recognize it?
It is I'd say you recognize it as actually no, you would not recognize it. It would be a spell that you are not familiar with. So it wouldn't be ancient giant runes. That's like your main magical that and some draconic. You know the bit of draconic. But it's neither of those two languages.
How much of Jesse's like treachery does is he aware of?
Treachery.
I resent the notion.
Ulterior motive.
Give me a insight.
Honestly,
Jesse,
thought you were
is
going
your-
to describe it as bullshit.
Nat 20.
Oof.
Jesse, go ahead and if you're kind of give me just a flat charisma test.
But just a straight up d20 with my charisma.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Guess he's trying to get like the perfect twinkle in his teeth to offset it.
that right? Damn.
So 16. Well, Jesse,
Well, Jesse.
what is Kiliani thinking like right now?
Damn, I hope they don't figure out how evil I am.
Right now he's feeling pretty confident,
Okay.
Just got an enchanted weapon and like holy symbol of these water cultists and got them to join the flock.
You notice that those are the surface thoughts you get. I think you'd also sort of see that Jesse is feeling very accomplished right now. So treacherous, you're not sure, but definitely he's in a, Stella got his group back. So
Well,
Okay.
I ask because I want to, like, if I'm aware that Jesse's like doing sketchy shit with water, I don't know if I want to ask him about this water. But if I don't know,
I wouldn't say
Because you
sketchy. I wouldn't say sketchy shit, but he's definitely involved in, like, like primordials and elementals and whatnot.
He's basically like, I know what Jesse has done with water before. I don't know if I want to drink this water.
Did you though? Was anyone aware of what I was doing back then?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'd say you don't really have an inkling that he would even really know what this is about.
I mean, I'll ask him anyways. Like, if he can read these runes on this pool.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna ask me about the water, and I was just gonna be like, it's wet.
Bro, can I drink this water? Jesse, if you want to, go ahead and give me a perception.
That's the holy toilet.
Or investigation, I'm sorry.
Investigation.
If it's a holy toilet, is it full of holy crap?
Ew.
Oh, what the hell, game?
Looking around, you can see that this pool is most likely used for both consecration and scrying of a sort. You also see, Jesse, that at the bottom of the pool are 12 glass balls that are kind of set in a sort of a circle around the bottom of the basin. They're very clear, but they do have like a sort of a swirling pattern in them. If you weren't looking for them, you'd miss them.
I guess I'll kind of like give up the rest of my turn because there's really nothing else I can do in this room. I don't think.
Okay. So yeah, I guess Jesse will go to you then.
Who's wounded? Of the NPCs?
Not really much. I'll say that Gar is back to the full. Number 3 could use some healing, and number 2 could use some healing. Of the druids here.
Okay, I'll go up to each of them and give them Alhydra's blessing and use lay on hands on them.
Okay. You see they have minor cuts and burns from the various eldritch blasts that have been fired at them throughout the last battle. They nod and say, thank you so much, Waterlord. We are preparing to move forward, yes?
Yes, we have to take the rest of... What is this place? It's a keep, right?
Marshdeep Keep, yes.
Yeah, we have to take the rest of the keep from...
This temple lies below the main structure itself. The stairs to the northwest should lead up to a chamber. However, there are creatures on the other side. We've heard grunts and speech of lizard folk. Also, there's another chamber to the west, beyond the turn of the southern hallway. I'm gonna click on the map here to sort of accentuate what I'm talking about. There are more cultists and druids there. That's where the other member of our cult, Quandaril, was having the slaves clean and maintain the shrine there.
Okay, well, we will acquire the druids and bring them into the folds, and then we will rout out the heretics. And since it sounds like there's just monsters and lizard men on the other side, they are pinched between us. with nowhere to go.
Well, the lizard folk, I don't believe, know of our presence. We were able to hide ourselves underneath this chamber quite secretly. But the other cultists will probably be wondering where the rest of us are.
I'm just gonna say, Jesse, that was balls to use a pinch pun on a lobster arm guy.
Bar kind of looks down at his arm, looks at you, and just lets out a visible sigh.
He's like, you know what? That's fair.
Other than that, Jesse, anything else you'd like to do in the room?
No, not really.
Okay. Minor.
Was there some scouting needed to be done ahead?
It looks like that you picked up that there's an area kind of to the northwest, or the northeast, excuse me, where there's supposed to be another bit of the cult.
Up this way?
Yes.
Alright, let's go look it out.
Okay. Druid number 1 says, I'll accompany you. And you see he casts... let's see... He'll cast Speak with Animals on himself. And when you get about here, I'll say he points out that there's a crack in the wall. Here. And then he shows you the giant hive where all of the screamer beetles are like currently like all like swarmed in that room.
I'll ask him, is that around the corner then? Or...
No, he continues on here. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. I don't know if you already did. Okay.
Damn, I rolled a fucking 4.
Oof.
Oof. All right.
But it's still a 19.
Okay. You can go ahead and proceed forward as you're sort of sneaking around. As you round the corner, you can't see.
Yeah, as I
past
get
them.
to these corners, I want to like peek around first before I just step out in the open.
I figured. You do see 2 cultists not looking south, but looking toward the north. And I'll say you see like a bit of the room ahead. You see a smattering of a group of people. Some 3 Kreen kind of like working around, polishing, lifting boxes. Another one of the cultists kind of pointing and guiding them. And some of the druids just kind of standing in the back, kind of like looking at them, sort of arrange a little living space in this this area here.
Are they dressed similarly to the ones we just won over?
Yes, the druids look the same, yeah. They're wearing like a blue and sort of a cream-colored cloth toga with like leather arm pieces and like boots. The cultists, however, the water cultists are wearing like an azure blue and black set of robes. They're a little bit offset from the druids.
I'll turn to the druid that's with me and be like, and quietly, ask like, is there any way we can just avoid a fight and just get these guys to join us? Like, hey, we got some news.
Well, the cultists might not be quite so ready to join a new cause. Their leader should be inside. And when he says that, as you peer around, you see a man, looks like an elf, kind of walk out in the middle and sort of point at some of the 3 Kreen and says, yes, load the boxes in the corner there. The consecration ritual should begin as soon as he brings the trident to the room. Then we can start our ascension to the next level. And then he sort of stands there, kind of points around, and then goes back to the side of the room.
I guess I'll look back at the druid and be like, so what do you recommend?
I believe if you want to disguise yourself, that would be you could possibly get in there. He kind of looks at your height, though. He says, you might have to sneak, but I'd say one of your human fellows might be able to get in there unnoticed.
Yeah, but as soon as he said disguise yourself, I'm kind of looking at it, I'm like, really?
I'm 3
Perhaps if
raccoons
the
in a
big
trap.
one were to wear some robes, you could walk between his legs.
Get 3 raccoons in a trench coat.
Do you want to do anything else while you're taking this position, Miner?
I think the only thing we gotta do is head back and let everyone know what I've seen.
Okay. This druid says he'll stand here and make sure the hive is calmed.
And I'll come back and let everyone know what I saw.
Okay. After you do that, Micah.
I'll say, well, I'll agree with the druid and say it sounds like, I don't know, either somebody could sneak in and get the druids to leave the room, and can clean up the cultists that way, or someone's gonna have to sneak in and create a situation so we can take out the cultists without harming anybody else. But those
Garth
cultists,
forward says, well, I could go forward and say that I had maybe lost the trident somewhere in the river below during the ritual. Perhaps some of the cultists would come to help me retrieve it.
yeah, that would work. I mean, well, I guess if you think that'll work.
You could position your men alongside the door so that when they came in, we could get the jump on them.
Yeah, I'm down for that plan.
What about your men?
My men will stay here with you to make sure that they are, well, safe.
I mean, supposing you have men in that back room, are they all counted for here, or are any missing?
I have 2 acolytes back with Quandril and the rest of the cultists, but they should follow my lead if they see me splinter from the rest of the cult crew.
Is there a way to maybe draw them out sooner and minimize risk of collateral damage?
I could just tell them to stay in that room there and to tend to the slaves.
That sounds good. She nods.
All right. If you're already here, you can take positions, and I'll lead Quandril and the rest of the cultists through the doorway. Now you do realize that this is going to rely on Gar deceiving his fellow cultists, so this is going to be all on Gar. And if things go south, you know,
I will touch Gar and enhance charisma, so he gets advantage.
that will help.
Okay, how tall is the water thing?
That thing, it's 3 feet deep.
Well, I mean, is that like setting up above the floor that it's
No,
on? or-
it's flush with the floor.
Okay, that's scratch. I was just looking for a place to like cover.
Well, this staircase is like up about 5 feet, and it goes down into the temple below. So, like, if you're standing here or here, you can't immediately be seen.
What about like, behind one of these statues?
You could stand behind one of those statues. Those are about 5 to 6 feet tall.
This one's blown up.
That one's exploded. So I have some rubble tokens. I'll put one there. Thank you for reminding me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember. I blew it up.
Just admiring my handiwork.
Yeah.
I shot some guys. Jesse, what'd you do? I converted some people. All right, Micah, what'd you do? I blew up a statue.
With my mind.
With mind bullets. That's telekinesis, Kyle.
There we go. Let's say it sort of collapsed forward, made a bit of a rough bit of ruins there.
Ruins. Can I see over it if I position myself here?
Yeah, it'll give you half cover.
Okay, perfect. I'll take it. And...
Micah, every time you do your mind thing, you go ha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
I don't know if he...
Quietly to myself, yeah.
I am the lizard wizard.
Your men are going to take this guy, cultist number 5, and they're going to hold him down here in the sort of the waterway so that he's out of the way.
Good old-fashioned waterboarding.
She'll be over here by the pool. What was your acolyte's name again? Sorry. Was it? What was your follower's name, Jesse?
Ari?
Ari, thank you. Ari's gonna take one of the robes of the cultists, and she's gonna be disguised, so I'm gonna put a little ninja disguise thing icon on her. The 3 Kreen is gonna crouch here. She will also get disguised up.
Want me to roll
Ari.
stealth for my hiding behind a statue, John?
What's that?
Want me to roll stealth for hiding behind a statue?
Yes, yes.
Jesse, I gave you a set of those cloaks too, if you want to use it.
You know, I told myself I can't do much worse than a 4, and then I rolled a 2.
You roll a 2. Okay.
So that's a 17.
All right, you got a 17. Everybody who's gonna be hiding in this room, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Hey, I beat you, Aaron. I got a 2.
Well, I guess I'm not gonna be hiding then.
So, Jared, you got a 2 as well.
Technically a 9 if you're adding my stealth.
Okay, I need the actual number. Okay, so Jeremy, you have no dexterity,
I've got a 2.
so you have a 4. Okay. Malagos, are you gonna be hiding?
Did 3 of us roll 2s on the stealth?
I did.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, remember, it's the actual number, not the D20 number.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, what are the odds?
Well, I'd say about 1 in 20.
Yeah, I'll be hiding. I'm just not quite sure where yet.
Okay.
I did get a 21 wherever I'm hiding, though.
There is like a shadowy spot here. And there's also this spot here next to number 6.
Do I know number 6? Like, have him and me even exchanged, like, names yet?
I mean, you could like learn his name. You could meet him.
You know, I'm gonna lay my hands on him and just learn his whole life story in an instant, so I feel comfortable around him.
He looks up. He says, "Well, oh, this is kind of awkward. I'm not really much of a people person. My dad left for spice when I was 5 and never came back."
Was that pumpkin spice?
Well, that's rough, buddy.
just
Like
just never know.
we're kindred spirits.
So 16. Okay. I'm just getting an average here. Go ahead and roll your. Are you gonna hide, Jesse? Oh, you rolled a 16. Micah,
Yeah.
what was your stealth?
21.
21. Okay. Do some quick math here. Ew, math. And Dungeons and Dragons?
Jeremy, since you're not stealthy, you should just hide up the hallway around the corner and just wait for them to get in and just come charging from behind. Like fucking Han Solo in Star Wars. When he's
Actually,
at the
not a bad
blaster.
idea.
You know, that's half a good idea.
Just running.
How do I not have a calculator?
Better at intimidation than
Alright,
stealth.
Yeah, I got my phone because apparently this computer doesn't come with a calculator function.
It should.
It's
Under
somewhere. But I'm
Windows
just not gonna-
accessories.
Yeah, it's not popping up. So 9. It's 4. Plus 16. Plus 21. Plus 17.
John, while you're taking care of
Okay.
that, can I do something real quick? Preemptive?
Yeah. Yes. Gar is just getting ready to leave.
Okay. I'm going to send a message to number 1, the druid above the bug hive there.
Mm-hmm.
We're setting up a trap. Please release the hive when you feel it is best. Most advantageous.
He says if anybody runs back, I will, but they will attack anything. We have to calm them down.
Okay.
They're volatile, so.
Okay, I trust your judgment. If you choose to release them, just I'm warning you what we're setting up right now.
Okay.
Alright, that'll be it.
With that, Gar kind of looks around, nods, and then leaves the room. You see him, Rockner, kind of go down the hallway here.
Oh, hey, John.
Yes.
While he's gone, I'm gonna use scrying on Gar.
Okay.
Just so I can kind of maintain what's going on.
Okay. So while you do that, go ahead and give me a check. Shouldn't be very hard.
Alright, so...
Oh wait, he has to save. Hold on. Actually, you know what? He'll just let it happen.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's
He
only
feels-
if he's not wanting to be
Yeah.
seen.
He feels sort of like your psychic presence, and he just sort of like lets it enter. It's sort of like his mind. So you're sitting there in a trance, and you're seeing through his eyes. So as he walks up, the cultists kind of part ways for him, and as he enters the room, let me reveal the area here.
When I leave, come together like butt cheeks.
You see a large chamber. Obviously, this has been where all of their supplies have been placed. There's another large sort of, I'll say aquatic creature, because you're not quite sure what it is, kind of nestled in an alcove here to the west. And you see that there is a slot for where the trident would stand up and go into the mouth of this aquatic creature. It's sort of like large and has like rows of jagged teeth and a couple of fins that kind of like it looks like it's splashing up out of the water. Quandro turns and says, "Ah, yes, Master Gar, yes. I see you haven't brought the trident with you. Is there a problem?" And Gar sort of walks up and shoots his shot with advantage. Nat 20.
Woo!
He says, "Oh, well, I was polishing the trident, and, well, silly me, it fell into the waters below, and my druids can't seem to find it. I was wondering if you and your fellow cultists could come help me find it. You are always so much more better at finding things than I am, and my old eyesight is going on me." Quandro looks scared and sort of like apprehensive for a second, then angry, then he sort of like flashes this calm sort of, "Yes, I will be more than happy to help you find your trident, old man. Well, you, and he's 4 and 3 step forward and say, "Why don't you come with me? The rest of you make sure that these slaves are doing their jobs. Arrange the things that will be most beneficial to us later." And you see 2 and 1 sort of step over here. You see Guard nod at 4 and 5. They say, "Oh, no, we can go ahead and take care of things here." They are going to make... Okay. Number 1 is sort of like, "Oh, yes, I'll go with you then." But number 2 is like, "I'll stay here to make sure they do their work." And so 1, 3, 4, and Quandarel are going down the hallway.
Okay, I'll kind of give everybody the heads up, just so they're on the same page.
So they pass number 1. They sort of nod. at him because they realize he's keeping the wasp trap or the beetle trap in check.
The Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs. And Ragnar, you see them round the corner here. And they get to about here, and that's when I'm going to have everybody roll initiative. You guys will have a surprise round, but they're going to go, like, it's going to be waiting for when the trap's going to spring.
I got a 13, John.
Okay, 13.
I'll take a 1.
I have not rolled higher than a 4 tonight. That's not cool.
Time for some new dice.
So 8 for you, Jeremy?
Yes.
8. Jesse?
I rolled a 23.
23. Gar.
Gar Saxon.
Garmanarnar.
Garble Argler. That thing is, I know exactly what you're referencing.
I just picture that meme of the, I think it's a gold lab, and it's just like trying to eat sprinkler. It's just like,
Oh, Wargarble, yeah. Wargarble.
Even I knew that one.
Yeah, that one goes way back now.
No, there's a monster in Monster Hunter that would spray water at you. It was like a reverse Wargarble. Because he would just, like, it was like a power hose, like spraying you in the face.
A Garwarble. Is that Gar's last name?
Shatterkeel.
Aw.
Unfortunately, it's not Warble.
That was his nickname while he was in the military, right?
Druids. Okay. So, starting off is going to be Jesse. And then... Okay, so as we break this down, Jesse, you see the lights sort of like underneath this area of the door start to kind of flicker, and you notice movement. But you are hidden. You want to remain hidden.
Yeah.
Okay. We then go to the next initiative order. 1, 2. Gar steps through and motions toward the pool. The druids are going to step back to try to draw focus away from the front of the room to the back. Minor. You see Gar, and you see the druids moving as if there's going to be people here. Do you want to remain hidden? Or what would you like to do?
Oh, that's a good question. I guess I'll remain hidden.
Okay.
As much as I want to get that first shot off on a surprise round before they act. And all
Well,
that
this
sort of
isn't
scripts.
quite the surprise round yet. This is
Okay.
you see things going. All right.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Then Quandril steps through. You see he's got these sort of tattoos on the side of his head of various like wave patterns and whatnot. He also has other strange tattoos kind of intermingled with them. And he steps out kind of in the middle of the floor here. And his cultists move. Here. And one of the cultists turns and locks eyes with you, Pyretta. And that's when the surprise round hits. He goes, what? And then that's when Quandrel also says, what is this deception? And he turns around and starts to pull something out of his cloak. Now we go into surprise round. So first up, Jesse.
I'm gonna do hold person on him.
On who?
The leader.
Quandrel?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, and he's gonna make a save.
Wisdom.
Wisdom save. That's gonna be a 15.
18.
18. Quandrel, as he's starting to pull what looks to be a packed dagger out of his coat, is held in place. All right. Number 2. We're gonna then go to Miner and Micah.
You say he is held in place?
You see that the main cult leader, Quandrel, is being held in place by some kind of magical force.
Sounds like auto crits to me.
Alright, I know what I'm gonna do.
At first I was gonna be like, no, you can't break the spell, but I reread it, they can take damage.
Yeah, no, that's why hold person's stupid broken. Because if it goes off, it's literally just, okay, all the players get auto crits if they hit.
I still can't believe during the Christmas thing I cast hold monster on a freaking dragon. Mid-flight.
That was good.
Alright, I guess I will just sharpshoot him. I'm hoping he'll be easier to hit, right?
Let's see. He would be paralyzed.
He's seeming to be struck by you.
Why would this be the one time I don't have my DM screen next to me?
I mean, we'll probably move right through him because he's standing still.
Mhm.
Hold on. Let me grab my DM screen. I'll be right back.
John, no!
Listening to the Diablo 2 Resurrected soundtrack, and like it's hard not to like go through the game in your head when these songs are playing.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to the harem music part in Act 2.
Oh yeah.
Right before the Arcane Sanctuary and all that.
Yeah, sure, totally. Yeah, I know
Alright.
what you're talking about. Okay.
This is in my backpack.
Aha!
Back.
Backpack. Attacker rolls against you have advantage.
Woo! I'll take that. All right, I don't have a vantage point, so just regular shot here. God damn! How about a 16?
Well, if he had a chance to raise up his mage armor, that would not hit. But he did not. So that is a hit.
All right, we're gonna do this. All right, there's one extra thing here. All right, so 25 piercing damage altogether because I'm gonna do maneuvering attack.
Okay.
When I hit a creature, you can spend one spirit to die. Blah blah blah. Where the heck is it? And you choose a friendly creature. Oh, I can. Who can see or hear you? That creature can use its reaction to move up to half its speed. I'm assuming Jeremy can hear me, so he can move half his speed closer without provoking an opportunity.
Hey, Jeremy!
Hey, you guys!
He just goes, "What?"
Get in here!
He's like, "What's your name?" Ezekiel. Fuck you, Ezekiel.
So yeah, Ragnar, half your movement speed if you want to use your reaction to move. All right, so that was my first attack.
Okay.
Second attack. Okay, there's a 25.
Oddly enough, that one misses.
Wait a second. 22 piercing on that one. And
All right.
third and final attack. Oh, there's a 22 to hit. And another 18 piercing.
All right. He is immediately bloodied. As an arrow goes into his upper shoulder blade, an arrow goes like into his chest, so he's like, it's in there, and another one like goes through his like upper arm. You see it like slide through his armor, and stick out the other side. So he is half health. All right, very good, Micah.
I'm going to cast slow on, all 4 of them, because I can do a 40-foot cube. So, and I get to choose which creature, up to 6 creatures within it.
Nice. Okay.
So I'll choose all 3 cultists and the, bad guy.
All right.
Bad guy.
So Quandrel gets a 13. That's gonna be a fail. You know what? You got me on one thing, Jesse. He has legendary resistance. I'm gonna make it. He's gonna use it for this. So he's gonna use his legendary resistance for this one.
Okay.
But 4 misses, 1 misses, and 3 makes it.
Okay. So they have
Explode.
-2 AC and Dex saving throws. They can't use reactions, and on their turn, they can either use 1 action or a bonus action, not both. And regardless of their abilities or magical items, it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn. If it attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, it gets to roll a d20. On 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn.
Okay.
And it has to use its action, no matter if it goes on the next turn or not.
Okay.
If they don't use their action, the spell's wasted.
All right. After you, Jeremy, and then Jared.
I'm gonna move forward.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Guess how many PSPs I have?
How many PSPs do you have?
69.
Oh, snap.
What's that mean?
Move in. I'm going to attack.
Looks like you got a space missing there, my man. There you go.
A 16, a 23, and a 17.
Does have my...
to hit the mage guy.
Let me see
Oh.
here.
You know what I could do? I can literally just do that. There you go.
Hey, there you go. Thank you.
5 PlayStation Portable.
All 3 are hits, Jeremy.
He's gonna take 28 damage.
Okay.
Do you know that you can play nut outside?
You don't be not outside. That's gonna be the weirdest. I'm sorry. Even like the Tim and Eric like what you call it? Like the what was the thing they did? Was it the
Not Tom Goes to Mayor.
No, it was the Old Spice commercials that they used to do with Terry Crews. Even those are less weird than the nut commercials.
Yeah.
Okay, he takes 28 damage, Jeremy?
Yes.
Okay. That is not bloodied, but it's getting there. Okay.
Commercials don't generally annoy me, but the ones with Kevin Hart yelling "what" right now? Oh my God, shut the hell up.
Yeah, there's not much thought put behind those. Okay, Rocknar, after you, it is Jared.
Alright. I am going Earth. Right here. They have to make dex save.
Number 4 got a nat 20. Number 1 failed. And Quandrel, I believe, automatically fails dex saves.
Those who failed take 27 bludgeoning damage, or half as much on a successful. And the ground in that area is difficult terrain until cleared.
I'll say when you do this, though, you hear Gar audibly, like, scream, like, no! As you, like, violate his temple. So, you do lose a little bit of, like, if this is an RPG, you see Gar disfavors this action, minus 20 renown.
We'll clear
But
it. We'll clear it.
You clear, you rupt the earth underneath here, and, rubble it out a little bit. Okay.
And then
Does it take how much damage?
27 on a failed save. It's half on success.
Okay.
I was thinking of the same joke.
What's that?
I said I was thinking of the same joke.
Alright. And then Flame Spirit's gonna use Flame Spit on number 3 by Jeremy.
Okay.
And that is okay. Be 15 to try to hit it.
15 is a hit.
6 fire damage. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Alright. Alright, that is the end of surprise round. Jesse, you're up first.
Okay. Where'd it go? Well, I will cast Hex on the leader again.
Alright, he fails that save, but he is going to use his second legendary resistance.
That's fine.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I just wanted to again use it up.
Okay. After you, we go to number 2. That is Quandaril. He gets a saving throw. That's going to be a 20 on his hold person. Correct?
I thought he already broke out of it using his resistance.
No,
he used it against my spell.
Yeah, I used it against his
okay.
spell. I messed up because I've already had it, so you got that off on him. Yeah, that was my fault.
Okay. Well, DC is 18, so
Okay.
20 beats it.
So he does break that one. Okay. Even though he breaks, damn you! But that's his whole turn. 3 is going to be the druids. They are going to move here and here. And they're going to cast Create Flame. I believe they can do it as a fireball. And produce flame, yeah. Yep, cool. And they're going to try to hit Quandrix with it. One's a hit, one's a miss. So as Quandrix is kind of getting himself back to order here, he does pull out his Pack Dagger, and he does take 9 points of fire damage as one of the fireballs hurled by one of the druids kind of splash against his leather chest piece. You see, he does have a very deep gash in his chest from one of the arrows, and the fire he got hit with just now burned away some more of his protective clothing, and you see he's really hurt. Like his chest is almost like covered in blood. He's like starts breathing very heavily. Gar. Gar is going to. He's just gonna hit him with his crab claw. Fuck it. He doesn't have his trident anymore. Let's get in position here. Get advantage. It's a hit. It's 8 damage. And he is grappled, Jeremy, so you're gonna have advantage on attacks against this dude. You see his guard takes his sort of crab claw hand and just scissors him across, like on the head. He starts to squeeze, and just the cultist like is trying to like pry it open, and Gar is just like slowly squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. But he is still alive, and he's not bloodied yet. At the end of his turn, we then go to Minor and Micah.
Well, I guess we keep pumping arrows into him. Do we have advantage on it with it yet, or no?
Nope, he broke out of that.
Okay, yeah, he's okay. Yeah, it was somebody else that got the crab claw. Okay. Alrighty, how about a 16?
16 is a hit.
Say, I don't think he cast mage armor yet. So. There's 20 piercing on that attack.
That is enough, actually. He actually see him start to draw a arcane sigil in the air, and your arrow just pierces the back of his head, and he falls forward. Just slumps down to the ground. That, I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit overkill, but he got it done. Anyway, he is dead.
I'm guessing I don't really have any angle on the other remaining ones, do I?
No. You'd have to go kind of out here. Also, your dudes are gonna come out here and help.
I'll hit number 1.
Okay. Wow. I am so sorry to inform you, Jesse, that all of your dudes threw spears at number 4, and all of them missed.
While he's slowed or whatever?
Yeah. That was terrible.
Someone's not getting paid.
I'm guessing a 12 is a miss.
12 is a miss, sorry.
It's like that scene from The Matrix with the bullet dodging and whatnot, except the spears are still going at normal speed.
Okay, fuck me. Yeah, that's my turn.
Well, that was a little aggressive. I mean, dinner first, at least.
All right. Micah.
I am just gonna do matter agitation on number 4.
He does not make that save.
Oh, has he been hit at all?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Where are we sitting at? Yeah, we'll do 4. 5.
I'm getting flashbacks of a certain Kraken.
Hey, this took 2 turns and 4 attacks. Not 1 turn and a touch.
That's okay.
Oh, God. What was that? Something in the ballpark of like 80 or 90 hit points, or more than that even?
I want to say it was like 110 or something like that. It was good old 3.5 harm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
I'm gonna assume 42 is
42?
enough amount, hopefully. Yeah,
So what number? On number 4?
number 4. Yep.
Yep. He just turns to a pile of ashes.
I look at number 6 and I'm like, that's how you do it.
He turns to look at his boss, and even as the reaction is kind of going across his face, he just turns to ash. All right. After you, Micah, is number 6, Jeremy.
I'm gonna try something here.
Oh, and yeah, I'm just gonna maintain the slow, for, just
Yep.
for sake of argument.
Oh, that doesn't quite work.
So number 3 is grappled, Jeremy, so you have advantage when attacking him.
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
No, Gar literally has his crab claw over his head, snapping it, snipping his head.
They call me Mr. Snips.
Citizens.
Citizen. That's what it was. Citizen Snips.
So the lowest I rolled was a 22, John.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Woof. 23.
23. He is bloodied. So one swift hack to his midsection with your giant hammer, and you feel his ribcage start to collapse, but he is still up.
But he has a second lung. Damn it.
Damn it. Why did nature give them 2? All right. And the cultist's turn. Number 3 is going to try to break free. That's going to be not enough against Gar. So you see him start to kick and wrestle, but Gar just keeps that hold down. While Jeremy keeps hitting him in the midsection with his hammer. The other cultist who's been slowed. Let's see. Well, shit. I guess he's gonna try... He's gonna try Sacred Flame. So... Let me read slow here. Spell cast time, 1 action, roll d20. Go ahead and roll me a 20, Micah.
Okay. 4.
Okay, so that does get off. He is gonna cast that at Snafu. So, Snafu, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, what now? Wisdom saving throw.
I hate to ask you to do stuff, I'm sorry.
Ooh, I am rolling shit tonight.
Damn, son.
Wait,
Okay.
hold up. Did that count in?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it
that's a
counts.
net 1, so your halfling resistance, you have to roll again.
Well, that's why I'm
Halfling
wondering
what?
if it may have automatically figured that in. Yeah, I think it figured that in. It looks like it rolled a 1 and then... No, 1... What the heck is
2
1?
ones?
I don't think it rolled 2 ones. I think it rolled a 1 and then just added.
No, because my wisdom's +2. Yeah, I think it rolled the 1, that's why it's gray, so it re-rolled.
Okay.
And then that's why it's a red one, just because it's a 1.
I mean, if you think so, I'll take it. 9 points of radiant damage as the cult beams this sort of unnatural light from his hand at you, and you feel this sort of almost like for a second like you're drowning in this torrential wave, crashing wave that comes over you, and just as it's like you're about to realize what's happening, it's over with. All right. That is the cultist's turn. We are then back. Oh, Jared, excuse me, it is your turn.
Okay, I see that happen in Snafu, and I'm gonna launch a firebolt at number 1.
Okay.
I'm a wreck it.
I'm a wreck. How about a 23 to hit?
That's a hit.
Actually, because spirit's out.
Oh, Jesus. Please avert your eyes.
Oh lord, my sword's out.
23 fire damage. And if that's not enough, the flame spirit's gonna do flame spit. 16 to hit.
Hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Great.
What are you doing? We're averting our eyes, oh lord. Oh, would you stop that?
7 more fire damage, and then I'll end my turn.
Okay. Back to the top, Jesse.
I'll fire 4 Eldritch Blasts at him. Or, sorry, 3.
Who?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay.
Got a nat 20. A 16 and... Yeah. 16 and 13.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wow, I rolled 2 natural 10s. So 26 and 15 base is what?
That's enough. You only had 20 left. As
not
you,
to mention
you
one
see,
of them was crit.
as you see one of the, this sort of the delight kind of play off his face after he hits Minor, you just evaporate the rest of his being, and he just drops down to the ground. I'm gonna say 3 is so outnumbered that you literally just kind of push him to the side, and you have a second prisoner now. Gar will toss him to the skull crushers, and they'll just tie him up.
You all call him Citizen Snips, but really I think Gar has proven his nickname is actually Clamps.
I'll clamp you. I like how Gar kind of just fell on his face for a second there too.
You can do all sorts of stuff when I manipulate the angle here. Gar is gonna hop down and walk up to you, Peretta, and gesture at the giant hole you just made in his temple.
My apologies, I panicked. While everybody's planning, I will ashamedly start to clear some of the damage.
He watches you do it. He says, I appreciate the thought, but next time, remember where you are.
She'll nod. All right. Again, my apologies.
With that, with both cultists subdued, I will say you can choose to subdue the other cult member back there with really no issue. I can just fast forward past that if you'd like. If you want to go explore the other room.
We must meticulously subdue each and every one. Other room being that staircase up to the northwest.
No, the one with the shrine in it.
Oh, roger that. I mean, we might as well ask Gar if there's anything of particular note, or we free some slaves.
He gestures at you, Jesse, to take the trident to the shrine. There's something that you have to do to complete your tethering to the item itself.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
So as he leads you all to the other room here, you can see that the two druids have already also subdued this other cultist off the corner there, and the three Kreen start to kind of like wander around like they're not sure what's happening. Gar walks up to them and says, I am sorry for the way my brethren have treated you. He points back. You'll see one of your compatriots near the cave entrance. Go free. And I am sorry that the shame of my people was brought to your village. And they all kind of nod like they're not sure what to make of it, and they just kind of silently walk away. Three Kreen not being much of an emotional race, just kind of binarily walk down to the other area. Those of you who bother, like Rockner, you see them all come in, and they walk up to the other hunter here, regard him sort of for a moment, and they all speak in their clicking Three Kreen language. And as one, the lead hunter turns to you, Snafu, and says, "Thank you for your help and assistance. We will go back to Clutch. We have village to rebuild. Thank you." And they crawl their way down the waterways and back to their caves. Jesse, as you walk into this room here, you see that this was once a shrine dedicated to the water spirit. It is a great shark water spirit. You can see it is depicted as being sort of the epitome of like sea predators. It is like a massive dire shark depicted as, biting another like a sea serpent in half and like sort of rending it asunder with this massive rows of teeth. Gar kind of approaches it and gestures toward the mouth of the shark and says, "If you look there, you will see a place in which the three prongs of the trident may be placed."
I will place it.
As you place Drown into the mouth of the giant shark, you can get this sort of tether and this very weak whispering in your head of this language that you're not quite sure of, but it sounds of like almost like a bubbling sort of like watery language. What languages do you speak?
Common, Dwarven, Primordial.
Primordial. You get some Primordial through this, but not much. Jared, are you in the room with them?
Yeah, I kind of want to just be off to the side, not to steal Jesse's moment here, but I will be in there with them.
What languages do you speak?
Common, Druidic, Halfling, Elven, Sylvan, Halfling, Hunter.
Okay, nothing. This sort of feeling of almost weak desperation washes over you, Jesse. Give me an insight test.
It's +9. 15.
You can tell that whatever creature here is sort of begging for any sort of assistance it can get. There was once maybe a great spirit, like, bound within this temple, and without, like, the worship or without the water spirits, like, around to sort of, like, help bolster it, it is kind of on its last legs. If you want, you can restore the spirit strength using the power of Alhydra and kind of turn it into a more primordial, powered spirit. So it'll still be there, but it'll be kind of under your influence. Or if you want, you could eradicate the spirit and completely replace it with Alhydra's presence. You're making a choice here, and I'm not going to tell you what this choice is going to give you, but you will be making this choice.
Well, let me ask this. Will they be able to tell what I do?
I mean, it's either you're going to make sure the spirit here survives, or you're going to kill it and replace it.
I'll replace it.
With a 15, I can't give you too much more.
Got it. I'll kill it and replace it.
You sort of just take your will and thrust it forward through the sort of like chanting speech in your mind. And Jared, off to the side, you notice that you can sort of feel the spirits of places being tied to the life fire spirits of life and death. You sense like a light being snuffed, almost like darkened, and then spiritually this place deadens for like a few seconds, and then Jesse, I'm gonna have you use one of your you have channel divinities, correct?
Yeah.
Using one of those, you instead create almost a beacon for Alhydra, and you notice that her presence replaces that of the spirit that was once here.
Does that change the mood again for the room?
It's a bit colder. It's a bit more, I'll say, humid. I'll say it is not the pleasant things you would associate with water. It is the negative. It's a little bit too stuffy in here. You start to kind of bead and sweat, but nothing super uncomfortable. It's just a little bit more oppressive. You hear Alhydra's voice in your head, Jesse. She says, "Well done, my champion. This node will serve us well. We now have a pathway into the realm of Athos. We may not cross, but I may send beings to you of great power. Take the staff, take Drown, and become one with it." Jesse, I sent you the stats for Drown before in your chat.
Yes, I have it.
You are now instantly attuned to that weapon.
Yay. Well, it comes with flaws.
You do notice those as well. You notice that you
Yeah.
sort of like become a little bit more attached to it than you think you would be.
Yeah.
But now you can now that you have that sort of water mastery, as you hold it, you can realize that entity was trying to speak Aquian to you, but you couldn't figure out what it was trying to say. But now you can say, it says, "I'm just so thirsty. I just need some sustenance. I need something to help me grow again." But instead of nurturing that spirit, it is no longer here. And now I will say, you could have summoned water elementals at this place by infusing those orbs with water spirit. Now, you can make the devastation orbs of water, but you cannot use them to make elementals. So, that was the choice.
Well, so what was the trade-off? Because she just said she could send beans to me.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. Hold on. What was the devastation orb?
Let's say, because, the thing you sent me, it doesn't say what... it says you can create devastation orbs of water, but it doesn't say what they are, or what they do.
Okay. That's what it is. She can send her presence. What it is, when this orb detonates, it creates a torrential rainstorm that lasts for 24 hours. Within the area of effect, the rules for heavy precipitation apply. If there is a substantial body of water in the area, it floods after 2d10 hours, rising 10 feet above its banks, inundating the surrounding area. The flood advances at a rate of 100 feet per round, moving away from the body of water. So essentially, once per day, you can make a rainstorm last for a day.
Oh, I'm gonna make use out of that. So I can do that then?
You can. You're gonna have to make a devastation orb. It's gonna take basically one per day. You can create from that scrying pool, back in the temple.
Is there a limit how many devastation orbs I can have?
No, it just takes it one day to make one orb.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you the stats for those orbs real quick, Jesse. Just give me one moment. But the rest of you notice a visible sort of shiver in the temple. It becomes almost like the structure rocks for a second and then calms, and then now there is a sort of a misty sort of humidity over the entirety of the temple itself. There is stairs leading up to the north. Gar says, "I will take my people here, and we will try to repair and bolster the temple. If you would like to try to find a way out, the stairs to the east are the only way back, unless you'd like to try the waterways again, but I noticed that the Three Kreen have left, so it is up to you."
Snafu's just looking at everyone else like, well.
So there's only two ways: the way we came and the east stairs.
Yes.
But aren't there a bunch of like lizard people out there?
That is what they said.
So really, there's one way.
I mean, like I said, you could try to go back through the caves, but there's no one to guide you now. Or you could fight your way through the top of Marsh Deep Keep.
Well, let's discuss. Because why do we want to leave?
Well, we still got those lizard people to deal with too up top as well.
Do we though?
Well, if you're gonna establish a base here, you'd probably want to clear them out, yeah, right?
True. But so far as we know, at least representatives from the other three cults are coming here. So my thinking is we could just leave the lizard folk alone potentially and let them fight their way through them for us.
Think that would conserve resources.
Are they meeting down here, or are they meeting up in the keep?
I told them Marsh Deep Keep, so presumably they would go to the keep. We don't even know if they would know about the temple down here.
I mean, Jesse, the devastation orb has been placed in your inventory, in your chat, so.
As an aside, Beretta will approach Kiliani and kind of whisper so Gar and the others don't really hear. They might know what happened anyways, but you realize the price was paid here today with that, right?
Yes, I do.
Now, I could later use your help to maybe restore a bit of balance and keep things in our favor. Would you be willing to assist me later?
What are you referring to specifically?
So, since I'm not eloquent in RP, she proposes a plan. Since there was a substantial life snuffed out today, she could use your help potentially in the future to bring water to an area where she can use plant growth and make life bloom somewhere else to restore balance in nature.
That's kind of the whole plan. Bring abundant water to the entire plane.
She nods. All right, I'm just making sure that we're both on the same path. Thank you.
Okay, Mikey, you'd like to use identify in that skull?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All I know is that it has conjuration, abjuration properties to it, but now that I have identify,
You do have identify.
In glizzification.
You can see that the skull is basically been tied as a fulcrum that keeps something bound. You sort of look at it and realize that this skull is most likely what was being sought after by the cult, looking for something to unlock the temple. The temple of Shivarm. You remember the tale saying that the druid clans came together and bound the temple in with the skull of its priest, or with the body part of the high priest. Then you figure, oh, this must be the skull, decorated with gems and covered in gold. So this item is definitely a dangerous item to have on your person. At least if you're talking to any members of the cult of the Elemental Eye, because you realize that this is what they're looking for.
gotcha. Well, because there's like the different element cultists, like fire, water, all that. Are they in cahoots with the elemental eye?
Give me an insight.
7.
You realize that that this calyx has been essentially toying with the idea of, oh yes, whoever brings me this item that might unlock the temple, you'll definitely get divine power. So you realize that there may not be an in cahoots per se, but he might be using this as a sort of bargaining chip.
Gotcha. Because I was gonna say there definitely seemed to be some kind of move being made that was like tying them all together, but it didn't really seem like they had any kind of like allegiance to each other.
And I'll say, as you identify this, you start to actually hear in your mind this sort of constant, like, slithering speech of, let me out, let me show you the possibilities, let me show you the truth of the world, as you hold it.
Say, no thank you, my mind's my own, get it, that one goes in the vault.
We're not talking about that one later.
Yep. And it's gone.
But yeah, you slip it back in your bag, and those little whispers sort of leave your mind. But you know that now you know that you have a very key item in the mysteries of the Elemental Temple.
Oh, it smells like wet socks in here.
With that, Gar does bring up the fact, like, he kind of sees that you're like, let's stay here. Gar does say, well, that was one problem. We don't have enough food to last more than a couple of days. So if we were to stay here and wait for the other cults to attack, then we would have to make sure that they were able to break the siege. There's an entire clan of lizard folk above us. I'm not sure if both elemental cults would even bother trying to attack if they saw that the temple was already occupied.
That's true.
Not to
Yeah,
question your judgment on Waterlord, just giving you a pointer.
No,
Please, no more boarding.
Stop!
So what's going on with these other cultists here?
They're just they've been rounded up, and they're like being held by the Skull Crushers. Varaka is making sure that they don't move or say anything.
well, about the one thing at a time. Yeah, I think we should take out the lizard men because it would give us access to the entire keep that way, and we'll, be able to scout and know what's going on around us, rather than just, assuming from the basement, essentially.
I feel that is a wise decision. What would you like the rest of us to do down here?
Solves the food problem too.
Well, what were all these supplies and things? What were they doing in here? Like, what was he said they were going to ascend?
Well, Quandrix had always spoke of utilizing the power of this temple and the power of Drown to make a hole to the elemental plane of water. But now that I know that he was not, let us say, genuine with his devotions, he kind of leads you back to the main room, back to the body of Quandril, and you see that on his body he has a symbol that you know that there are some demon worshippers here on Athos. They're very rare. Usually those who take like an infernal pact as warlocks worship like some demonic lords have access here. And you see that he had the symbol of the dread queen of rot and fungus. What's her name? The false name of water he kept giving Gar.
Zugmui.
Zugmoy, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't write it down, but yeah.
I did, yay.
But yeah, do you see that the supplies they brought are mostly already all gone? There are a few like areas that they made some sleeping areas up here, kind of in the different parts of the temple. So this you can use this part as like a camp, but the food supplies are very low.
Does anybody know much about lizard folk?
I know that you guys had fought them before. If you want to give me a nature check.
Beretta kind of waves to Snafu a little too.
It's like I only have a 4, so I'm kind of hinting here.
Okay. But Beretta kind of motions to Snafu. Oh, we're fighting lizard people. I'm sure he could do something with them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can do something with them, but as far as taking them out, just pump arrows into them, as far as I know. When did we fight them last time?
No, a lot the previous group. So like
gotcha.
Ragnar, Malagaz, and Keliani had run in. That's when their old druid companion got killed. Was fighting a tribal lizard folk.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I don't know if it count for anything.
Flashbacks to a cave, a 3-green druid.
I just remember there were some that were frickin' huge.
Cut down, yeah.
I guess I'm just trying to figure out how easily intimidated are they? Because I know they're pretty savage, right?
From what you remember, go ahead and give me a knowledge nature check.
14.
You know that they are very... I hate to use the word like cold, but they are ruthless. Like they will eat anything that is like human, elf, beast, any sort of sentient race that they can get their hands on. They also can like almost think of like the goblins from Goblin Slayer. They love to set traps, and they love to utilize environments to their advantage. But they're medium-sized people, but sometimes they can grow to be large, depending on just the particular maybe like clan or like the bloodline of the lizard folk.
They'll eat anything? Ha! You can play at this game.
Hmm. They don't have any kind of like shamanistic or religious beliefs, though, right? Like they don't have anything that they revere and then something that they fear or anything like that.
Not that you're aware of, no.
I will be right back in a few.
Unacceptable. I'm just trying to see if there was a way to, because I know they're not dragonkin or dragon folk, but I didn't know how they would react to seeing one.
Well, I mean,
how
like I said, you
I'd
fought them
gauge.
before, and they didn't really like react to you in a way that was like, oh, hey, yeah, he's definitely, our boss.
Mm-hmm.
Do give me everybody can go ahead and give you an insight though if you'd like.
20.
Anybody else?
16.
You guys do realize that you have a swarm of these insects that are supposed to be very volatile at your disposal. So, like, you do have, a
19.
thing you could utilize.
Oh, for the lizard folk, yeah.
Oh, and I guess question, like, I mean, how many are there? Like, ballparking.
I mean, it's not like
Gar
there's a
says
lot.
Gar says he counted at least 24.
So I know they like keep them calm and all that, but can they like actually like control them, like move them around to somewhere else?
I think they could, like, send them in a direction at least.
We could send them through, yes. It's about time I told you how we came about to be here. We were led across vast amounts of land to come to this location, and when we were brought here, the temple was empty. But little did we know that the lizard folk were actually just out on a hunting expedition. When we came back, after moving more supplies in, we found that a band of about 20 of them were walking with a large creature they had in chains. Some sort of large gray-skinned brute of a creature, carrying the large carcass of another lizard into the lower levels of the keep. They then lowered what looks to be a crude drawbridge and a gate, and we were sealed inside. Some of the cult members were able to get down here. This isn't all of us, but some of them were taken as we were getting to the secret passage where this temple was located, and made our way down here. So when we come up, we will be in a large room, very close to what appeared to be their throne room.
Mm.
Well, Gentlemen, I think the goal is simple. We will defeat them with Brannigan's Law. Send wave after wave of beetles until they are no more.
That might work. That was our last ditch solution. But I think with the might of your band and your party, that would certainly be an option. If you'd like, I could have some of our druids whisper to the beetles and get them to go into the chamber. Once we open the chamber hatch, however, I believe that our cover will be blown. Would you like me to show you the chamber itself?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, by that point, we might not need to conceal ourselves.
Okay. So as you guys are led up that staircase, you can see it goes around. If you look at the screen here, the far right,
Yeah.
there's a bit of a walkway. The stairs lead up to this walkway, and you can tell that the masonry looks like it was completely changed. There's a bit here where you can see that more modern human masonry had been sort of built almost directly on top of halfling. And you realize that this building is probably an ancient halfling druid circle. But the humans, however, found that they might want to get access. So there's a thin... the wall is actually on a bit of a pedestal, sort of like a Scooby-Doo secret wall. If you push hard enough on one side of it, you should be able to make a crack so that you can open it. This area right here is where the crack is.
Great, Jack.
The Kraken.
24.
Why do you sound like you're 7 feet away, Jeremy?
Oh, I turned my mic down a bit, Hoses.
There you go. That's better.
I rolled a 24 to push the crack.
Okay. Let me put your... Yeah, go ahead and put your mini on the map here, bud. I'll put you right up there. As you push the crack open, Jeremy, you don't fling it all the way, but you're able to easily move it so that you can at least get an eye full of the room. And you see, from this angle, you can't see too far to the right or the left, but you do see a large green-skinned lizard folk sitting on what appears to be a stone throne in what looks to be an old storage location from the ancient human keep. They have torches lit, and you can see piles of bones in front of the part of the wall that you're standing by, both humanoid and beast bone. Let me put that there. Hold up. Reveal. Sort of piled in the corner. So you'll have a bit of cover coming out, but that part will be difficult terrain. However, you do see that there's a door to the south, and you can make another door a little bit further south over here. But you see this motion sort of there, all eating what appears to be bits of humanoid or bits of creature from the swamp, and just sort of, having a dinner feast at this time.
Who's that bad boy to the far north there?
You can assume that's probably their leader. He's wearing a big shoulder, like a shoulder pauldron made out of the skull of a large lizard creature. He's also wielding a big great axe.
Okay.
That axe, though.
The great axe. Should we roll initiative or?
Yeah, it's up to you. Did you want them to put flood the insects in, or did you want to attack in a certain way? This is Gar's just sort of I can get them to let us swarm in if you'd like.
Anybody want to take a short rest or anything?
I mean, I'm fine. I have not exerted myself much at all.
Can wing it.
Plus, the idea is that the insects will do most of the work.
I'd be down for the insect plan.
Okay. I mean, this
Everybody,
Gar's just like,
everybody
I'm waiting
cool?
on your signal. I can tell my friends to get in. You know, my little friends to get in there if you'd like.
Group consensus. Do we do bug? I vote yes.
See what happens.
Micah, Jeremy.
Okay.
All right.
I guess. Yeah.
All right. Everybody roll initiative. And Gar, you see, calls to his druids, and from the depths of the hive within the wall, you see him guide this sort of clacking, buzzing horde of insects into the room.
Bees!
I had like a swarm of insects. Oh, I'll have to keep using the next sound, I guess. Alright. Swarm of insects floods in through there. Jesse, I need your character on the board, please.
Oh yeah.
First initiatives, what did everybody get?
Taking the one.
1, okay.
8.
8.
Well, I got 2 ones for 11.
11.
So I'm going last twice. Wait.
I got a 20 over here.
20. Thank you. Micah?
7.
7. Gar got a 6. Swarm. Oh. Hold up. Okay. Woof. Okay, so starting off, the swarm is going to go a surprise round. One second.
Eat.
I was just gonna say we just lost somebody, but he's back. Guess who's back?
I tell my friends, but they're all here. I wasn't prepared to use the swarm again so fast. I didn't have them bookmarked.
John, you should know by now we're gonna mess up your plans.
That's what you guys do usually.
That's the delicate nature of the DM and the players. The DM tries to kill us, and we try to kill his plans. Now we just need a carriage.
There we go. Okay. Cool. All right. So, first off, they're going to move in. And... they see a big old dude in the back. They're going to right for him. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see them immediately flood the chieftain. They're gonna get a multi-attack. It's gonna be 1 hit. It's gonna be 2 hits. And you see the razor-sharp beetles, their wings, their claws, raising the flesh of the large creature to the back. He's gonna make a save. As they start to swarm, however, you see the psychic aura start to pour around his head, and ouch, he's gonna take extra psychic damage. So no damage. Okay.
Jeez.
All right. As the psychic damage kind of builds up around him, that's gonna be the end of the surprise round. First off is gonna be the lizard folk with the bows. These guys are gonna step back. 1, 2, 1, 2. They're going to do... poison shot. As you see them pull these green sickly arrows out of their quivers, they're going to fire at this large swarm. It's a crit and a hit. Two hits and a crit.
Pizza place.
I remember that show.
I'm glad somebody did.
Well, I got it. I ain't laughing, but I got it.
Ouch, okay. That sucks.
It does. It really does. Thank you.
Ouch. That first volley cut the swarm's HP into a third.
By a third or into a third?
By a third.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's different.
So you see them fire these like noxious green arrows, and as the arrows kind of fly into the swarm, just the bubbling ooze off of them, kind of like makes almost like a noxious gas, and a lot of the insects in the swarm of screamer beetles just start to drop to the floor. We then go turn to Minor.
Alright, so has the boss guy acted yet?
He is getting ready to. You see him grabbing his axe and screaming.
Yeah, bees!
Okay, can I hit him from where I'm at, or do I need to move up?
The opening is, I'll say, right here. So I'd say you can hit him. It's not the easiest shot, but it's doable.
I mean, I can always move up and stand right on top of Jeremy, so...
Well, here, I'll tell you what, Gar is going to move back.
Alright, and seeing that the my target hasn't acted yet, I get advantage on all attacks. I'll assassinate. It's not a surprise round, so he's not getting credited, but
Right.
I'll take advantage. Ooh, 18 hit. Oh wait, no, that's just regular. Wait, roll advantage. Okay, 18.
18 does hit.
It's 19 piercing. Second attack. Okay, that'll be a hit with a 20.
Yep.
23 piercing.
Okay.
And last attack, 19 to hit. And you know what, John? Let's, is this the one I want? Oh, don't I have that set up right? Damn it. Okay, let's say. Wisdom. Wait, DC 13? What? No, that's fucked up.
That says spell save DC 18.
Yeah. The other one above, for some reason, says 13.
Okay.
Alright, it's a DC 18 Wisdom save.
He's gonna use a legendary resistance on that one.
Okay. Well, he's still gonna take that 23 plus the 6 from the menacing attacks. 29 piercing on that one.
Okay, he is bloodied.
And now I'm gonna fix this damn thing in my roll 20. You know what? I'm gonna move around the corner just in case there's an AoE coming.
Next up is actually the chief, so which is good. You just eked him out of initiative. He is going to rage, and then he's going to attack the swarm with his large axe. It's gonna be 2 hits.
Alright, ignore this. I'm just trying to see if I got it right. Not quite.
As he hacks into the swarm, you see more and more bugs just falling to his large, swinging chops. He's then going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. He does take some damage doing this, however. He needs to take 9 more damage.
Grr.
It's all right, man. You'll just tell me the number. It's okay.
Well, I'm just messing with it here. I'm trying to get it to work right. So.
After his
Obviously, just a
turn, the swarm goes. The swarm, being half health, is gonna go for this dude here. Actually, you know what? It's gonna cast lightning bolt. So you see the swarm starts to buzz and buzz and buzz and buzz. As it builds kinetic energy, it fires off a bolt of kinetic energy at the leader and the champion. Leader is going to fail a save. He's going to use the secondary legendary resistance to make it. The champion, however, is going to make a nat 16. It's going to take half damage from the lightning bolts.
They must have changed how this works, because it's not doing like it used to. I haven't turned spell description off. The description shows up. What the fuck?
Sorry, buddy. Don't know what to tell you. Okay. We then get to Jesse. It is your turn.
Where are my skull crushers?
I'll say they're behind you. They're waiting in the wings. Where would you like them to go?
I just want them at the ready, because when the beetles are mostly thinned out, then I want them to charge in.
Okay.
I guess for now, I will Eldritch Blast that number 2.
Okay.
I imagine I'm not trying to be all hidden anymore.
How many of the 7 do you want to take?
7, I thought I had 10.
Do you not want to leave any behind to guard the prisoners?
Oh, yeah, no. All 7.
All 7? Okay. Okay, cool. Alright.
Okay, the lowest roll was a 19 for AC.
19, okay. On the champion number 2, that's a hit.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, 28 damage.
28 damage? Okay.
Yes, and he gets pushed 10 feet per blast.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he got blasted twice. So 1, 2.
No, well, I hit him with 3 bolts.
Oh. So yeah, he'd be in the corner. Alright. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Alright, as you blast him through the corner, all of the attention seems to focus on you guys now. The entire room, I'll say, after you push in, like the secret door itself revolves all the way open. So you're able to see the entirety of the room. There you go. Alright. We get to number 5, the Lizard Folk Champions. Number 2 is going to move against the Swarm. Number 3 is also going to move against the Swarm. Number 1 and number 4 are going to stand in front of their leader, who's being attacked by some strange force. Jeremy, you're going to have 2 javelins coming your way.
Alright.
First javelin's going to be a 20.
Yes.
And the second javelin's going to be a 14. I'm guessing a 14's a miss. After that, they are going to swing into the horde of insects. 3 hits. It's going to be 20 damage. The swarm is looking at a quarter of its former strength. So the swarm is almost completely dead. But after their go, we then go to number 6 in the initiative order. That's Jeremy. You see these large crocodile-like men, sort of like lower down variety of like bone swords, bone axes, large, crude like weapons like kopeshes and spears, kind of at their backs, snarling as you step into the chamber.
Lowest was a 25 to hit number 3.
Number 3. That would all be hits.
That'll be 41 damage.
41. All right. As you swing, you start to trade blows with the lizard man. You're swinging low with your hammer. He's able to block one shot, but you still crash through his bone shield. You see that his femur almost like buckles underneath the weight of the hammer, but he's still standing. He's blocks the other shot, takes another shot to the arm. And you guys are just exchanging blows like back and forth. At the end of your turn, Jeremy, it is going to be number 7, Micah.
Okay. Just reading this real quick.
Also, remember, guys, that this section here is difficult terrain. So it's going to be double move to get through there. Because of all the bones!
Well, behind the
Look at all the
rabbit?
bones!
Look at the bones!
What, behind the rabbit?
There is the rabbit!
I absolutely have that line on my soundboard. It is the rabbit.
Oh, by the way, Jared, you're on deck after Gar. Gar's turn is next.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be dangerous. Okay. I'm going to do ID insinuation on the chieftain. If that's what he is, I don't know if he's the chieftain or not, but the big guy.
Yeah.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
He did burn through both of his lizard resistances, so you're very lucky. He got a 12.
18.
Okay.
On a failed saving throw, you access the creature's deepest, darkest desires, and it takes 1d12 psychic damage. That is 5.
Okay.
On each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 to the target automatically. Power ends if you use your action for anything else. On each of the target's turns, it can use its action to make another wisdom saving throw, ending the power on its success.
Okay.
And it also ends if he's ever outside the power's range, which is 60 feet.
Okay. So using your powers, you're sort of able to dive into the lizard chieftain's mind and kind of stroke his id, his base primal hunger for desire. You see just like piles of human flesh. You see voluptuous lizard folk maidens, fell creatures, glories of war, gold hordes, kind of all like surrounding him in this just sort of the most base desires of like a raider king that you could possibly imagine. Just covered in blood and gore and battle. You see this sort of haze start to fall over his eyes as he kind of forgets where he is and starts to like kind of fight to concentrate into the battle.
I'm going to power boost it, so I'm going to spend 3 PSPs.
Okay.
As a bonus action, you can spend 3 PSPs to induce the creature to act out its base desires. The creature becomes charmed by you for the duration of the power. While the target is charmed in this way, it must use its action before moving on each of its turn to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that I mentally choose.
Okay.
The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none are within its reach.
All right.
And if the power ends, he's no longer charmed.
Okay. All right. So, at the end of your turn, it's gonna be Gar's turn. Gar is going to
Guard the door.
yeah, he says, Master Kiliani, I'm gonna stand here, and if everybody tries to get in, I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave. So I'll cover you as you want if you want to get in to engage in battle.
Yeah.
Jared.
Who can I see from here?
You can see the Horde,
Or even here.
the champions fighting the insect guys, and you could see, well, from here you could just see basically these three.
2 and 3, and then the swarm. Oh, and
1, 2, and
as
3 in the swarm.
well. Okay.
You can see the shoulder of the chieftain, but not enough to attack him.
Would spell snipe? That might even be
No.
best with that. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
as it defined, you can see the shoulder, not enough to attack him.
Okay, that's right. You know what? For now, I'm just gonna kind of hang back. I'm going to actually cast. I'll touch Snafu's quiver and give him some flaming arrows.
Okay.
Woo! Then, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I'm good.
All right. Your men, Jesse, are ready for orders. What do you want them to do? So you
I'll
realize
pick up-
that Jeremy's out there by himself.
Yeah. I'll pick up Crown and like point it towards all the lizard men and shout for the skull crushers to rend their flesh.
All right.
Rip and tear until it is done.
So I'll spawn him here. And Jesse, I'm going to let you roll for these dudes. They are going to be... Let me get you some stats here. Hold up. They're not too complex. They're just tough dudes. So I'd be like, you
Yeah,
get
drunky,
the
drunky,
ultimate
drunky.
slayer.
Didn't I see this guy on Cops?
All right, Jesse, I'm going to drop this in your chat. This is boring if I rolled all the dice.
If the trailers are rocking, don't bother knocking.
Let's drop it in the community chat here. No secrets. They're just barbarians.
Secrets.
No secrets. There we go. Bam! They are in the chat. They're barbarians.
Barbara Ann's.
Yep. What's the name of that show? The Barbarian cartoon from way back when.
Dave the Barbarian.
What's that?
Korgoth.
No, not Korgoth.
Dave the Barbarian.
Dave the Barbarian, yeah.
The shame that show didn't get more recognition because it was pretty freaking hilarious.
Shame that Korgoth didn't get more recognition. I love that show. I mean, it was ultra-violent and had boobs and monsters, but I mean, hell. I love boobs and monsters.
I was gonna say, what's wrong with boobs and monsters?
Right?
Boobs and monsters. Nah, it's still okay.
Still not a deal breaker. So what would you like your barbarians to do, Jesse?
Charge in and overwhelm that group of 3 to the left there.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Meat shields versus meat shield.
They're gonna kind of just stand at attention here. 1, 2, and 3 you were able to get through. So if you'd like, Jesse, go ahead and roll your attacks on number 1 and number 4. You have some multi-attacks with the great swords if you'd like. Your dudes can rage if you'd like. I recommend probably yes. Raging is always good.
Oh yeah, we'll rage.
Okay.
So that's their bonus actions.
Yep.
Okay, so 3 and 2 will attack number 4 first.
If you want, Jesse, you can just use the annotated damage in there. You don't have to roll for the damage. We'll just count it as auto damage.
Okay, but roll for attack, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it's +5 to hit, and then they'll do
Yep.
12 for damage.
They're gonna 12 damage per hit while raging.
Okay. So multi-attack, so I'll roll both attacks per guy.
Yep.
At a time. Got a 9 and a 22.
22 hits, 9 misses.
Okay, so that's 12.
That's the number 1, right?
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay.
Yeah, 2 and 3 are both attacking 4. 2, 3,
Okay.
4.
Gotcha.
The next one, highest is a 10.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay, so he missed both. Okay, so number 1 against number 1.
Okay.
A 14 and 24.
14 and 24. 24 hits.
Okay, so that's a 12.
Against number 1. All right. Okay, that was your barbarian horde. Back to the top of the order. It is going to be the bowman. Bowman number 2 is going to shoot at you, Rocknar.
Steve Q. Bowman.
He's going to use a shadow shot. All right, Jeremy. First shot is going to be at a 20.
Miss.
Next shot is going to be at a 27.
Hit.
All right, so that's 1 hit. Third shot is going to be at a 26.
Hit.
All right, you're going to take 16 points of piercing damage. And go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. Okay, take 14 additional points of psychic damage. And Jeremy, you can only see as the room dims down, this sort of smoky haze covers your vision, sort of like a burning smoke in your eyes. You can only see 5 feet away from you. So you can see the target in front of you, and that's basically it. Lizard Folk Archer number 1 is going to move up and also attempt to finish off the swarm. 2 hits and a 1. Let's see. That's enough. The swarm itself is died out due to all the poisonous fumes and toxins sort of choking out all the insects. And the swarm drops dead. All right. End of the archer's turn. We go to number 2, Miner.
So that boss is gone, huh?
Boss is right here.
Oh, we moved over. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't recognize him with the swarm on top. Ha! I'm gonna have to move up here. I probably.
Here, I'll scooch Scar. You guys can share a space.
I probably don't have an angle on the boss, so I'll aim. I'll shoot at number 2 up here.
Okay.
About a 21.
That's a hit.
I gotta remember flame arrows too here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 26 fire, 26 damage altogether.
26. Okay.
Love the description from that. Flame arrows from Jared.
Hey, I gotta keep things straight over here. I got a lot going on. You wouldn't think so. I'm just an archer, but I got a lot going on.
You don't want it to actually be a snafu.
Right. 13 to hit.
Nope. Unfortunately, he gets the first shot in the arm. Now he sees you're coming. He kind of ducks past the second arrow.
And yeah, the third doesn't do anything either. So.
All right. Third shot goes a little wide, and now it looks like you're in a ranged battle with one of the archers here. We then go to number 3. It's gonna be the chieftain. All right. So it is his turn, Micah.
Mhm.
Your insinuation is still going. Which one is he going to attack?
He'll attack. Has number 1 or 4 been hit yet?
Yes.
I guess he'll attack number 4.
Number 4. Just one attack?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. That is enough to hit. Is a deal. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Is he able to move now?
Let's see. It must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself. So it can move after it makes its action to attack some creature I choose.
All right, Jesse, he's going to attack opportunity from one of your barbarians. Let's go ahead and roll an attack.
Uh, 19.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll. So that's what damage? 12?
12.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're raging.
2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna drop his rage. Or no, because he got hit, so he keeps it going. Alright. End of his turn, he sees that he's kind of being mentally attacked. He's gonna try to take care of himself. The swarm is dead. Jesse.
Not the swarm.
I'll move here. What hit die does trident you use?
Trident for damage. Uh, 1d8 if you're using it with both hands. 1d6 if you're using it one-handed.
Okay, so I'll use it two-handed.
Okay,
That's a
And that-
tried and true weapon.
it is.
I'm going to ignore that. I'll swing twice at number 1.
Okay.
$26 and 23.
Okay.
And it does an extra d8 cold damage per hit. That's gonna be 4d8. Oh, nice. Hmm. Uh, 36 total.
36 total damage?
Yeah.
Okay. As you swing the weapon, you feel yourself almost like you're riding this wave of rage and anger, just thrusting, sweeping, stabbing. As you get past the creature's defenses, you notice that you and the weapon are becoming more and more one. Also, you notice that the weapon itself is almost like lighter. Like when you first were using Drown, it's like, oh man, this is kind of an awkward weapon. But it's like you've been trained how to use this weapon since birth. It's becoming one with you as you get to use it more and more. After your turn, the champions. He's going to counterattack you, Jesse. After he takes a bonus action, he's going to Second Wind. You will be tasty on the pyre. Uh, 21 to hit and an 8.
8 misses, 21 hits.
All right. As he slashes, you see that his weapon is coated in a purple, sort of dripping slime. You're going to take 10 points of slashing damage and 9 points of acid damage.
Yeesh.
All right, Barbarian number 2 is going to get a multi-attack coming his way. Oh, I'm sorry. He is also going to get a bite at you, Jesse. But the bite is going to be short. It's going to be 17.
17 will miss, and
17 will miss, okay.
in response, I'll hit him with Hellish Rebuke.
That should be okay. Dexterity save?
Dexterity save, 18.
Does not make it.
Okay, so he's going to take 2d10 fire.
Okay.
10.
10. All right. Good. You basically negated his second wind. All right. Jeremy, as you're kind of fighting this haze in your eyes, you can see another lizard folk step up into the battle here. You're gonna get quite a few attacks coming your way.
Bring it.
First attack is gonna be a miss. Second attack is gonna be 17. Third attack is gonna be a miss. So lizard folk number 3 is just not able to keep up with your melee prowess, but number 2 steps up. It's going to be another miss. It's going to be a 25.
Woo.
Hits. And lastly, it's going to be a flat 20.
Miss.
All right. The jaws of number 2 snap down just close of your shoulder, but it misses. And as you kind of wheel back, he slashes up with his battle axe, hitting you in the chest. It's going to deal 7 points of slashing damage. And as the purple sort of slimy acid spit courses through your veins, you're going to take 5 points of acid damage. Number 4 is also going to attack that barbarian. Triple attack. That'll be 1 hit. So Jesse, number 2, I'll keep track of his HP. 39, okay. Let's go. Okay. All right, number 2 is going to take a heavy hit from number 4, but he's not bloodied yet. After the champion's turn, we then go to number 6. This is going to be you, Jeremy.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna continue hitting number 2.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit? That was my lowest.
The middle crit, right? Are you rolling 3 attack rolls at once?
Yes.
Okay. So that's it. Lowest was a 20?
Yep, I roll at a +10.
Yes, 2 hits and a crit.
So 25 for the normal.
Okay.
And 6 + 5, 11. So 36 total.
36 total damage. Okay. He is bloodied. You swing wildly and you're able to connect, and you almost knock all the teeth out of number 2's fight, like his mouth. Just your big giant hammer coming up right across the jaw. He is still alive, however. Anything else?
That's all I got.
That's all I got. All right, we then go from Jeremy to Micah.
I'm going to maintain the power on the chieftain.
Okay. Maintain the id insinuation.
Yep. So
Okay.
he takes another D12 psychic damage.
All right. Pump him full of the bad juice.
Another 9.
9. All right.
Jawohl.
Jawohl. He is bloodied.
I'm actually gonna move up 1 there.
Anything else, or just moving up?
Let me see if I can take a bonus action here. Okay, yeah, I can take a bonus action. I just have to use my action to do that, so...
Okay.
Let me see if that's within range. Okay, I'm gonna move right there. And then I'll use Mind Thrust. I'm gonna power boost it so that's a manifestation time of bonus action.
Okay. Who you mind thrusting?
I'm going to Mind Thrust number 3 on Jeremy.
Okay.
You attempt to invade the mind of a creature that you can see within range, making yourself appear as a grotesque and horrifying caricature of yourself. It has to succeed on a charisma saving throw.
All right. 15.
Fail. He becomes frightened of me until the start of my next turn.
Right. Right in the purple.
Brock's in chat and he says, "Mind thrust, things just picked up."
Things got kinky in the dungeon.
But that's my turn.
Okay. As you sort of round the corner, what is the horrifying visage of Malagaz look like to this this lizard folk?
I guess it would just be some big dragon man.
Burning 18 the countryside.
Yeah, like a realistic version of Trogdor. There we go. Because it does have to be grotesque. So
Grotesque. You have one arm, one massive flexing arm coming out the middle of your back.
In all of this majesty.
All right. After you, it is Gar. Gar's gonna step out. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna see the chieftain going for that door, and he's gonna cast Ice Storm in this area here, this whole corner. And this cold, freezing, vaporous air comes up, and you see these ice shards start to rain from the ceiling down on the chieftain. Has to make a dex save, which he does not. Let's see, what's this? Yep, he just missed it by 1. 46 cold damage.
Yeesh.
4d6, not 46. It's 14 cold. And 2d8 bludgeoning. 7. So as you see, the chieftain's been knocked around quite a bit. He's bloodied, he's bruised and battered. Still going for the door, but you can see now it's covered in ice. So you can see that the chieftain is like starting to almost reach for the handle to try to wrench it open. You see Gara concentrating on the spell and saying, "He's going for backup! Don't let him open that door!" And with that, it is going to be Jared's turn.
Okay. Oh. Alright. I am going to... Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to cast... Actually, I'm gonna get up here first so I can health better. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on the leader. However,
Okay.
I'm gonna use Meta Magic to convert it to ice.
Okay.
And Scorching Ray. First one. Okay, so I gotta make attack rolls for attack bonus, right? 21 for the first ray.
Hit.
13.
Okay.
Second one is gonna be 12.
12 is a miss.
Okay. Better. 15 with a 9 kicker.
Hit.
For another awesome. 15 ice.
You see as you hit, like, he's reaching over to the door, he gets his hands on it, and as you hit him with the two freezing beams, when he wrenches it open, his hands are stuck on the handle, and they just shatter off of the shards of his arms, and he kind of looks back and falls, hits the floor, and breaks into, like, dozens of pieces.
Fatality.
Nice.
So his two frozen hands are still on the frozen door handle, and just, he is forever locked in the door. All right. End of your turn,
Woo!
the barbarians.
My cabbages!
I will say if they're going to move into attack, 5 and 4 are going to move here. Jesse. One wants to move here to flank. Is that something you're gonna allow?
I'll allow it.
Okay. 6 is gonna move up down here. 3 is gonna do the same to flank.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attacks. They're gonna be at advantage with 2 and 3 and 1.
1, 2, 3 are advantaged.
Yep.
Okay. Starting with number 1. Hit. Okay. His are advantaged. His first attack. Natural 19.
Okay.
His second attack. Natural 18.
All right. With that, number 1 is just felled by like just too many axe swings to dodge. Just overwhelmed with attacks.
Okay.
You want number
That'll
7 to scooch in here?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm assuming also advantage.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Number 2. His first swing. Got. I gotta go back to my screen. +5. Okay, so he has an 18.
Hit.
His second attack. He rolled both 2s. So he just gets 1 hit. So that's a 12.
Okay.
Who's next? 3?
Yep.
His first attack. Probably miss a 12.
12 is a miss, sorry.
Okay, his second attack. Less than that. Okay, so he misses both times.
Okay.
Is there more?
Number 6 and number 7 should be able to attack.
Okay, start with number 6. First attack is a 16.
Miss.
Okay, let it swing. Natural 19.
Hit.
Okay, number 7.
Okay.
Has a 19.
Hit. So 12.
Highest is a 3.
Nope. All right, then finally number 5 and number 4 get 2 attacks each on archer number 2.
Okay, but not advantaged.
Not advantaged.
Okay, number 4's attacks. He got an 18 and 23.
Both hit.
Okay, so that's 24 total.
Okay.
Number 5's attack. Highest is 11.
Miss.
Okay, so he missed both.
Okay. All right. And Jeremy, your eyesight starts to clear up as that shadow shot is disenchanted. The bowman. Number 1 is going to... what's number 1 gonna do? He's a coward and a thief. And a sneak. He's in reposition. 1 is gonna fire at Barbarian number 1. He's gonna fire his special poison arrow. Three shots.
Number 4 is totally that image of, the several gentlemen standing behind the couch with a single lady sitting on said couch.
Of course. 13 armor class. Those are all hits. All right. Anybody within 10 feet? Number 7 and number 2 are going to take this. Jesse and Rocknar. Both take 10 points of poison damage.
Alright.
And Barbarian 1 is shot with 3 arrows, 1 through the chest, 1 through the head, as he is cut down. And the stinking poison from the lizard folk's arrows kind of still oozing from his body. The archer kind of laughs as he sees the barbarian slump down. This one, number 2, is going to pull out a scimitar and try to fight his way out. 2 hits on number 5. It's only 14 damage, however. Okay, so number 5 is down to 25 HP, but it's okay. End of the archer's turns. They've been successfully pretty much suppressed. Then we go to number 2. That's going to be minor.
Let's step inside here. Yeah, let's see how much I can clean up here. I'll go with this one here, right in front of Jeremy.
Okay.
15 to hit.
15 is a miss.
I am rolling shit tonight. Alright, let's try it again. Nope.
Sorry,
Nope.
Fergus. And a third miss. Damn. Snap
You know
through.
what? Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yeah, fuck, I was gonna action surge and see how much I can clean up, but at this rate, fuck. You know what? Let's action surge anyway. Fuck it.
All right.
Redemption.
Doing it live.
Come on.
18.
There you go. That's a hit.
And here's an extra thing I've been forgetting all night.
Yeah.
My sneak attack damage, saying that he's adjacent to an ally. Alright, so that's 28 piercing. Or, well, yeah, 28 damage on that one.
All right. Arrow sinks into his gut. He is still alive, but he is almost dead. He has
All right.
no teeth in his jaws, and he's got a flaming arrow in his gut. Finish him off.
Second attack on this action surge. No, that's pretty
Yes.
good. Hey!
Third one is a
nice.
hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Opa.
All right. That final arrow is enough to finish off the creature. Poor guy.
Oh shit, how many arrows was that, Jared?
12 total you get.
Oh, total, okay.
So 6 in that turn. All right. At the end of Miner's turn, the foe slumps down, defeated. We then go to the chieftain, who is dead. We then go to Jesse.
Oh, I just got a great idea. For later, though. For later. It'll take some time to do. Well, number 4 seems pretty much in hand. I will move here, and I'll fire 3 Eldritch Blasts at number 1 there in the corner.
Okay, go ahead and roll attacks.
Two 16s and a 23.
23 hits.
Okay.
16s come close.
Yeah. Uh, 7 damage, and he gets pushed 10 feet back.
Okay. He'll do an extra bonus push damage there. So, how much damage was it?
7.
Okay. All up to 11.
Yeah, I rolled low on damage.
All right. So knock him against the wall. He sort of grits his teeth, and you see him reaching for another arrow next turn. After your turn, it is going to be the champion's turn. Number 4 is seeing he's outnumbered. He's going to try to cut his way down. Number 3. It's a miss. It's a hit. A crit. So we'll resolve the crit first against number 3. He's got 39 HP. The champion. Well, he only rolled 4 for that. That's not bad, but it's not great. 13 plus 14. It's not enough. So he takes a hefty chunk out of number 3. He bloodies him. Ooh, actually, that was just the crit. Hold on. Yeah, that's not to finish it. He crits number 3. He brings the axe down into the collarbone and just cuts right down to the core, yanks it out, and then just swings baseball style, just beheads number 3, and kicks the corpse down. He's then gonna run for the door, but he's gonna take 3 attacks of opportunity from the other barbarians. If you would mind rolling those for me, Jesse.
$19 and 19 again.
Hit.
Oh, all 3 of them.
All 3 hit. Okay, so that's 36.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Not quite done, but he's close. Let's say he gets to the door and he's starting to get it open, but not enough. He's got to try to wrench it off from the ice. Number 6, Jeremy. Your full eyesight's back, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and finish off number 3.
Okay. You see number 3 kind of beating against his shield with his axe, challenging you, like, come on!
The best I rolled was an 18.
Those are all hits. Oh, the best you rolled you hit was an 18? That's a hit.
2 ones and an
Oof. Are you using your metal weapon?
8.
Okay. Luckily, that's not 2 strikes against your weapon.
We're whopping 8 damage.
Oof. Jeremy.
It's not either of our nights, is it?
I mean, that's the worst I've done so far.
Yeah, that's a rough hit. Alright, Rocknar. Still fighting tooth and nail with this guy. Micah, is your turn.
I'm going to try matter agitation on number 4, going for the door there.
16.
Fail.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage.
So, has 4 been damaged yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna change that, John. Instead of matter agitation, I just noticed no allies are near them. So I'm going to actually cast detonate
Okay.
on this wall sconce here.
Okay.
So that will explode in 20 feet. So that should be everybody
1 and 4.
just 1 and 4. They will take 8d6 fire damage.
Sheesh.
Let me
Fireball.
get rid of this ice. It melts the ice. Flash frozen to deep fried.
So like the weather in Michigan.
Yeah.
This is great. I found a 10-hour track of Final Fantasy Remastered or whatever remake battle music.
Nice. I've been kind of bouncing back and forth between a few different soundtracks.
They're gonna take 27 fire damage.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, they have a dex saving throw they have to make. They'll take half as much if they pass.
Well, let's see. champion failed. And Archer failed as well.
So 27.
Okay. He's bloodied. As number 4 kind of smiles and it's like goes to like yank the door open, the wall sconce just whoosh, and just he gets rocketed forward a few squares and just lands a smoking heap of lizard folk at the feet of number 6. Number 1 is kind of blown against the corner. He is flash fried, but he's still alive. Half health left.
Who goes first, the archer or the barbarians?
Archer, or the barbarian's gonna go right after Jared.
But I guess in turn order, is he gonna go next? Okay.
Barbarians.
I'll tell the barbarians to, or at least somebody to, cut him down so he doesn't go for the door.
Number 2 just goes, "Yes, sir," and just like slaps his axe against his hand. All right, Gar's next. Gar is going to actually step up here, Jeremy. 1, 2, 3, and do the same deal he did before. Oh, but he missed. Let's try his other claw hand. That's a hit. It's gonna be 7 damage. And unfortunately, okay, you see Gar try to hold number 3 with his claw hand. He does manage to get a nice pinch in and draw blood on number 3, but he does not maintain the grab. So he does some damage, but not enough to hold. It's then going to be Jared's turn.
Dookie dookie. I'm gonna dash over here, but as I pass number 6, I'll just say, watch my back, please. And then I'm going to use stone shape on the door frame of that door and seal it shut.
Okay. It is sealed shut.
That'll be my turn.
Alright. Barbarians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're gonna rush up and knock the shit out of number 1. Go ahead and give me some attacks, Jesse.
A 17.
Hit.
$15.
Miss.
A 19 and 23.
Hit and a hit. So 36 total.
Yes.
Number 1, if this was the Silly Hat Club, and he's not wearing a silly hat, he just gets clubbed to death in the corner of this room. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, as various blunt objects just beat him into submission. You see, just for good measure, one of the barbarians takes his bow out of his hands and snaps it over his knee, and then just starts beating him with it.
Stop!
Number 5 and number 4.
Stop! He's already dead.
dead.
Yeah.
He's not dead enough.
Oh. Wait, who it be?
Barbarians number 5 and number 4 get attacks on number 2.
Okay.
Oh. Highest is a 16 for the first one.
Nope, that's a miss.
Alright. And 15 was the highest on the second one.
So they disengage in combat, but he's just fending him off with that little scimitar of his. So we then go back to the top of the order. Is going to be the bowman himself. He's going to disengage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to amble on top of this crate. But that's all he can do. He's just trying to get out of that corner. We then go to number 2. It's going to be Minor.
Not a whole lot left, huh? I'll probably miss
Brute
you.
number 3 and Sniper number 2.
Let's go for 3 here. Hey, a hit.
Nice.
So there's 27 damage.
All right. Catches an arrow to the upper chest. Almost drops his axe. He does drop his shield, but he has a vice grip on that battle axe. Still up though.
I'm guessing a 12 is a miss.
Miss.
Oh, and that's a miss. All right.
And a
so,
miss.
not my night.
Just more and more arrows flying from Snafu, but just not hitting their mark. We then go to number 3. It's gonna be the chief. He's dead. Number 4, Jesse.
I'm either rolling below 5 or above 15.
You know what? Just for the meme, I'm going to take Drown, and because it's a trident, it's also a thrown weapon. I'm going
It's the third weapon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chuck it at number 2.
Nice. Nice.
Hit him to the wall.
And because it's also a melee weapon, it doesn't use my dexterity, it uses my normal attack. Oh yeah. 27.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Uh, 18.
18. As number 2 goes to hop off of the crate to kind of attack Gar, he is pinned through the chest by Drown and exactly against the wall. But it's like Flash Dance, but you know how she dumps the water from above? It's but it's horizontal. Like a tidal wave of water washes him against the wall, and you just see that now where Drown is, there's just a giant wet spot on the wall and just this giant trident sticking through the chest of this quivering, shaking lizard folk as he's trying feebly to pull it out.
Yeah.
He just slumps down.
Cabbages!
Can't delete him because he's too high up there. There we go. Bam. All right. Jesse killed the guy with the trident.
Been meaning to talk to you about that. Maybe you want to lay low for a little while.
You're probably wanted for murder.
Champion is going to attack Gar. 2 hits. Alright. 12. Gar gets knocked back, but not dead, not bloodied. But his crab hand gets knocked away, and he gets a slash across the abdomen for his trouble. Number 3 then wheels back on you, Ragnar. That's gonna be his turn, though. Actually, you know what? He's gonna reposition. Nope, he can't get closer to. Nope, he can't get closer to Micah because of that fright. So he's gonna have to stay there. It is gonna be after the champion. It's gonna be Jeremy. See if you can finish him off, Jeremy.
Yep. Guessing 3 of those, all 3 of those hit.
22 is your lowest. That's gonna be a hit.
27.
27. You trade axe blows with number 3, and just between the fear of Micah's imposing on him and the disorientation of all the other attacks, he slips the thrust, and you're able to take advantage and just crunch his skull into his abdomen like a jack-in-the-box. And he just kind of stands there for a second and then drops. And you guys have successfully fought your way into the first room of the basement of Marshdeep Keep. And that it is getting kind of late tonight. We had a short session this week. I'm going to pick it up next time. So we will battle further into the keep, possibly reaching the surface and seeing what other horrors might lie behind these doors. good job, everybody. Jesse, you're now fully attuned with your weapon, and have become the Lord of Water.
Woo!
And I'll have to sharpen my bow so I can hit things better.
So you might want to restring it or something, man.
Sharpen.
Have any of you guys seen like the latest season of Rick and Morty?
Yes,
I have not.
Well, in the very first episode, we meet Rick's like original arch nemesis. His name is Mr. Nimbus.
Yes.
This whole thing is like, I will make the land wet.
I control the police. That's just what I do. Awesome.
So
That was.
these orbs of devastation. I will now make the land wet.
Well,
So yeah, I'll throw everybody 5 experience points for tonight. Getting through this next couple battles here, and yeah, we'll continue on next week.
all right. Sounds great. Are we?
I'm
all...
actually off, so we can start at our normal time. So
We're all pretty good for next week then.
I'm off.
I think so. I'll have to double check my schedule, but I believe so.
Okay.
I'll have to remote. I have drill, so
Okay.
I might have to dip early too.
All right.
As long as my hopefully moving in next weekend doesn't overlap, but I'll be sure to make it anyway.
All right. Mike, are you good, bro?
Should be.
Cool. All right. Next week it is then.
Okay, sounds great. All right, I'm gonna close up the stream real quick, but I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, everybody, that's it for this week's episode of Dungeons and Dragons Dark Sun. But we'll return next week and we'll continue this adventure, like John said, unless any emergencies pop up. Looks like we got a lot done tonight. That was actually pretty fun. Sorry, Brock, the bot's down. But tomorrow night I might try to pop in the evening sometime, maybe 5-6 o'clock, and do a couple hours worth of loops in Noja. No promises, but keep an eye out. I might try to do that. I'm just so obsessed with that game. I really want to get through it and figure out all the secrets. But barring that, or even beyond that, next Wednesday for sure, we're gonna keep going with Noja and Luigi's Mansion, because I'd really like to finish both of those games for you guys. I'm actually really involved in both right now, so we'll see you then. We'll get back to the miscellaneous game pile sooner or later. I've been kind of wanting to play a little bit of the miscellaneous stuff, but like I said, I've just been so drawn into these two things that I don't want to go away, but I know it's cool. Yeah, I try to leave the bot off for D&D just out of respect for John and the rest of the gang, so they're not being drowned out. So, excuse me. I love that Noja's taking over your life as a main game. That's so cool when an indie game can have that impact. Dude, for sure. That game is so neat. I know it's so simple on the surface for everybody, but I don't know, man. I'm hooked. Like I said, I like unsettling stuff like that. But for now, I'm going to stop rambling. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Like I said, we'll do a couple hours, just depending on when I can get here. So hopefully I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you Wednesday. If not, God, why are you following me? No, I'm kidding. We'll be back hopefully next Saturday for more D&D. So I'm going to sign off. Brock, you've been a pal. I'm surprised that you hang out for the D&D stuff too, even. God, you hang out for all of my normal stuff. You're amazing. Thank you. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a great week. Hey, I hope so. I hope the big thing really hinging on it is if I'm able to finish what I'm doing tomorrow on time, and if I don't lose power due to that windstorm. So, but I'm always glad to have you along for the ride, Bracco. So have a great night, everybody. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow, if not later sometime. So laters, everybody. Thank you for watching.